Hey, it's Doug from Rise Up Gym Channel, and today we're going over week 3 of our 4-week Intro to Kettlebell series. Let's check it out. Okay, first off, I want to apologize. This week 3 has taken multiple weeks to get out. Life got in the way and I was able to make videos, but hopefully back on track. If you haven't seen the first couple videos, I have links here to the second one. You can also see the first. So last time we went over a lot of single-sided movements, the swing and other things. Today we're going to learn how to do a different kind of swing and also the clean and then a different part of the get up. But first we're going to do a warm-up round and we're going to add something new. I call it a 2-1-1 swing. This is not a traditional kettlebell swing that you'll learn in the kettlebell curriculums, but I like it because it teaches transition of size and it also allows you to move up in weight properly because you have that 2-arm swing as a rest. So what it is I'm going to start with the 2-arm swing. So I'm going to do what we did in our setup. I'm going to hike through 2-arm, let go 1 arm, let go 1 arm, back to 2. So it allows me to work the transitions, and if I get tired, I can just stick with the 2-arm for a while. So that's going to be in our warm-up. We're going to do our deadlift along with a 2-arm overhead press, and then we'll do a round of the 2-1-1 swings, and that should prime our bodies and be ready for the next things like the clean and the get up. So let's do the workout. I'm going to set up a clock and we'll go. So I have it set for 30-15, 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. You can do reps, you can do longer, you can do multiple rounds. Make the workout your own. Just getting the hips going. We'll need them for our swings. Okay, the next will be the 2-arm overhead press. So military press or shoulder press, just getting everything used to being overhead, which we'll need later. 2, 1, I'll deadlift it to the goblet position. And you can do squats, we did deadlifts. Squats are fine, we've done those in our other workouts. If I get tired, I can do a little bump. I can readjust my hands. I can rest as long as I want here. All right. Lastly, we'll do our 2-1-1 swing. Five seconds. I'm going to set up like a normal swing. Hike through, let go 1, switch 1. Again, if I get tired, we can just do a couple more 2-arms. Always finishing my hips. Okay, that was our warm-up round, and we're going to go to the clean next. So the clean is a way of bringing the bell either from the floor or the swing to the rack position. We're going to do that by swinging, but we have to keep the upper arm close to the body. So traditionally that upper arm gets away from the body, but we're going to keep it close with a little bit of a row and then sliding our hand through. Now, I have a bigger tutorial on my other videos, I'll link it right there, but on how to kind of clean up your clean. Anyway, so we're going to swing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to practice some rows. So I'm going to swing and pull, swing and pull, swing and pull. Let's switch sides. Swing, pull, swing, pull. So that upper arm stay close, and I got that little bit of that retraction in the back to help the clean. Now, what I'm going to have you do is a guided clean, and you can use this option whenever you want during the movement. So I'm going to hike through, use my free hand to bring it into the rack position. Drop. And as I get better, I'll use this hand less. Lastly, the most common problem I see is too much power in the clean. Going too high, going above the collarbone, and then banging into the body. What we want to do is we're going to land under the collarbone, so the thumb should be just under the collarbone. Now rack position is going to be a little bit up to you. Mine is along my rib cage. Some people are going to be a little bit wider. But what I don't want to do is go high, then down. I want to pull it in and land right in here. Now the clean is nice because it's not always a fun exercise. It's also a transitional exercise you can do other things with, like squat and press, lunge, farmer walk, whatever you want. So we're gonna do it in a workout. I'm gonna put 30 seconds on the clock for one side, 30 seconds on the other side right away. The first round is gonna be cleans. The second round is gonna be clean and squat. And the third round is gonna be clean and press. All right, let's check it out. Okay, I got the clock set. I'm just gonna practice the cleans on this one. 2, 1. I can rest as much here as I want. Hike through. You can open your hand as it comes through so that way it doesn't grip and bang. If you over grip, it'll slow down and bang your wrist. So I just kind of open my hand. I want to make sure I backswing. I have to kind of force the backswing a little bit because it's not a big backswing, so I have to hike it a little bit more. I'm going to switch like we did the 2-1-1 swing. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my left hand. Now we're gonna do the clean and squat. So I'll bring it to the rack position with the clean and then go into a squat. 3, 2. Again, this is a resting position. I can rest as much as I need if I'm tired. A couple breaths, squat. Remember, the squat is a little challenging on the single side because it's going to pull you or rotate you, and we got to keep it all in, even on both sides. I'm going to switch. Boom, boom. I'm going to finish this. All right, lastly, we're going to do the clean and press, also sometimes known as a long cycle. 3, 2, 1. So clean. I'll do a strict press on this one. If you get tired, you can bump and press, push press. A little bump, just to get it going a little bit. And then you can do a jerk as well, which is a big bump and ducking under the weight, and then standing up. Switch. Always exhaling on the exertion part and settling in. One more strict breath. All right. So there was our clean and workout 2. We'll get to our get-ups next. All righty. So today we're going to go over the third part of the get-up, which I call the third part, which is just the overhead lunge, which I feel is one of the more challenging aspects of the get-up because you have to get up, dead weight your body off the floor along with the weight you're holding. And it's hard. So most lunges you have some type of elastic energy where you step back and springiness and get back to where you are. This one you don't. You have to get up off the floor. So we did the first part, which is the sit-up part, then we did the bridge. I call that the second part. Third part is we're going to bring the weight overhead. And feel free when you start, you don't have to use weight, just hold your arm overhead. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to do it with the weight overhead. I'm stacked. I'm going to slide my foot. You can step, but once I step back, I don't know where my body is, especially if I'm learning it. So I'm going to slide, drop down. I do ideally want to put my leg on the ground and then come up in one motion and back. So slide. I tense here to keep everything stable and back. So that is the third part of the get up. We're going to put it in a workout now. We're going to do 30, 15. We'll do part 1, so just the sit up on each side. Part 2, sit up to the bridge, and then we'll add our new component, the lunge. So let me have a second to set this up, and then we'll go. All right, we got our first part, so I'm going to set up, widen out, lock everything in, push up. Keep my chest up a little bit better, and then I'll control that. Again, this is a grinding kind of exercise, so you do not need to go fast. It's better if you go slow and get only like 3 to 5 reps in that 30 seconds, and really challenge yourself on how well you do it and how smoothly you do it. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. Roll it up, set it up, widen out. Bring it down safely, and then we'll go to part 2, which is adding the bridge. So everything's the same on the first part. I just have to get the shoulder stable. So now I'll do the first part, stabilize, up on my hand, roll back, push through, bridge. One more. I'm going to finish that rep. Roll it around. We'll do the other side. Do like to use this other hand once I'm getting tired to settle everything. You don't have to force a press. So each side will be a little bit different, so take it slow, get those little quirks and nuances of each side, dial down. My right side is actually not as smooth as my left, so I have to go a little slower and a little clunky on this side sometimes. All right, so I'm going to bring it down. And then we're going to do our third part, or our lunge. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to use our clean. And press. Slide, tighten, drive up. finish. All right, and then we got one more side, and then we're done with our workout. Five. Again, I'll clean. That's why I like kettlebell training. A lot of things blend right into other things, so all the skills are readily used. Again, one side might be a little bit better than the other. This is not my comfortable side. In my soccer days, I had this leg forward more. So I just have to go slower and really focus on this. All right, finish the rep, and then we finished our workout. Right, as you can see, we're just building upon things nicely. Make these workouts your own. Practice this for a few weeks. Really get it down, play around with the variations. There's no real right or wrong. If you have any questions, please put them down below. Also subscribe so you see the next video. Hopefully it'll come out next week. I won't have any more problems, but we'll do my best to get it out next week for the 4th and final one. Again, these are for you to have access, easy access to fitness and learn these techniques. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.